Hi, it's Pat Pattison with the best of California. I need to cool off. I know it's hot out there in the desert. I'm looking forward to talking to Craige Campbell, today's California, CoachellaValley.com, about your favorite beach to go cool off. So watch for us, coming up soon.
What's happening in today's California? This is Craige Campbell for Today's California, and it's 113 degrees out here in our studios in Coachella Valley. What a great time to go to the beach, of course. We all have our favorite beaches, but I brought the right guy, Pattison, the best of California TV show, 31 syndicated markets, 41 million homes. And you know what? You talk about all the best things in California. So happy Labor Day. Happy Labor Day to everybody. Happy Labor Day to you, Pat. And welcome to the studio. Give me a little bit of information about the show, how it's evolved, and then we're going to get right into the beaches.
Yeah, you bet, Craig. Thanks for having me. This is so awesome. And we tried to set up at the beach, and it just didn't work. So here I am at my place instead. And the show is Pat Pattison's Best of California. And I kind of tried to pick up Huell Hauser's mantle. I loved Huell's show. I don't presume to be Huell. He was an original that was irreplaceable. But it is all about the good news of California. We don't get into anything, bad about California. My family came here in the 1890s. So we have been Los Angelinos, Southern Californians forever. And we've seen the place change, good and bad. But we try to go out and find unique places and kind of dig into their history, maybe find out unique stories. We did one in Santa Monica about Leo Carrillo we're going to look at. So that's the show. It's on in 31 markets, as you said. It's nationally syndicated in 41 million homes. There's our YouTube banner or our Facebook banner. And any more, as much of it happens on social media like you, Craig. And I love your platform, Today's California.
Well, thank you so much. Hey, yeah. I just want to let you guys know we are live. Make sure you comment if you guys have any information. Tell us what your favorite beach is. That's what we're really going to have a discussion with Pat in just a little bit here. Of course, we're talking about his syndicated show. First time that we've hooked up, and we're doing this live broadcast on this Labor Day, and I'm very excited as well. So tell me, where are you broadcasting from, Pat?
So I'm in Seal Beach, and that is the northernmost beach in Orange County, just south of Long Beach. And it's probably best known for the fact that there's a naval station here that's the ammunition station from World War II that is still active. So this morning at 8 a.m., I get to hear the Star Spangled Banner from the Navy ammunition station every morning to get up and be patriotic. So
well, on CoachellaValley.com, you guys can cruise on over there. Our lead article is the history of Labor Day and how it came about. 1800s, of course, hardworking individuals in America, 12-hour days, 7 days a week, not uncommon to find 5-year-olds and up in a lot of working environments, unsafe, and ultimately workers unionized, patronized, and we have what is now a Labor Day, a holiday that celebrates the working American. And of course, like you said, fireworks, barbecues, it's been a tradition for a long time. And today is one of them. And we're always happy here in the United States, of course, to have a 3-day weekend. Hey, we want to welcome Today's Canada. If you guys have any comments at all, please put them in the comments, whether you're watching it now live or whether you're watching it in the future. So what do you think about us popping into one of your shows that you did?
That'd be great, Greg.
All right, here we go. I'm going to go. So this is one of just a short clip, a little bit about beaches in San Diego and a few other things, and I'm going to let it rip.
Thanks. Welcome to the Best of California. I'm your host, Pat Pattison, and in this episode, my favorite, the best of the California coast. I've stopped here in Orange County in Seal Beach to have an incredible meal at Avila's El Ranchito. You're going to love this family story. We're going to head up to San Simeon and see the elephant seals up by Hearst Castle. Amazing preserve up there. San Diego, where we'll check out the San Diego Canoe and Kayak Club training for Olympians. And then what would a California beach story be without a little Baywatch? So we're going to go to Santa Monica, but we're going to tell you a different story. This one about Hispanic actor Leo Carrillo and the incredible legacy of his family in the founding of that city. So it's the best of the California coast. Let's get going. So I'm so excited to be down here in San Diego with Chris Barlow, who is the founder of the San Diego Canoe and Kayak Team. And Chris, this is an incredible facility.
Yeah, it's been a long time in the making. We're actually celebrating our 25th anniversary this year. We started in 1997 with a couple of old rusty sea containers, which we kept our boats in, and now we've progressed to some buildings, some modular buildings, and we've had kids that joined us at 8, 10, 12 years old and have gone on to compete in the Olympic Games for the United States and the Paralympics and the Youth Olympic Games and World Championships in canoeing and kayaking.
And you were telling me you're originally from Wales.
That's right.
And what was your, aha moment in terms of coming up with this back in the 90s?
I came here in 1986 with my wife. We were actually on our honeymoon. And we came to San Diego, and it's such a gorgeous place. We just never left. I started training on Mission Bay here in my kayak with a 6'8" Frenchman who was on 6 Olympic teams.
6'8". That's almost as long as the kayak.
No, exactly. And he got me excited about the sport and about training hard for it. And I made the U.S. team, and then ended up on the Olympic team at the Barcelona Olympics in 1992. And right after that, I noticed that the sport of sprint canoeing and kayaking in the United States is pretty. It's a pretty low-key sport. Kind of in Europe and Australia and Canada even, it's a very big sport, and everybody knows about it. And the gold medal winners for those countries are kind of household names. And I thought that the only way that I could make a difference in the U.S. was to actually start a youth program. So as part of the San Diego Junior Lifeguard program with the City Fire and Lifeguard Department, we started an offshoot of that, which was the San Diego Junior Canoe, Junior Olympic Canoe and Kayak Team.
And what room are we in right here? What's this?
So this is our boathouse for the kayak bay. So we race in kayaks, K1s. So one person.
Which you're going to show me later.
Yeah, exactly. They're very tippy. They go very fast. We race in K1s, K2s, and K4s. So a 4-person kayak would be a K4. One person would be a K1. The K4s go fast enough to pull a water skier. That's how fast they travel across the water. Very fast boats, very tippy. Takes about 2 years to learn the balance, to get your balance down, and most people take...
I'm not going to do that one.
You're not going to put you in one of those today. We also race canoes, which are C1s, C2s, and C4s. That is even more difficult than kayaking because you're on one knee and you paddle only on one side. You have no rudder, so you have to steer with your paddle. And one of our members, Nevin Harrison, she's originally from Seattle. She raced for Seattle. Now she's moved here because she's going to San Diego State. Actually won the Olympic gold medal in Tokyo last year in the C1 200.
Right out of this
She
world.
she trains out of here right now. Yeah, originally from Seattle, as I said.
I mean, just the fact that you're giving back to youth here in San Diego and giving them a purpose, health, things to do. I mean, that's got to feel so gratifying.
It's definitely been an enjoyable thing to do because I started a youth program, but we actually have members that are 85 years old. So it's a sport that
It's
you
almost
can,
as old as I am.
it's a sport you can do for life. I mean, I'm still paddling and racing at 60 years old and just enjoying being out on the water and out on the ocean and enjoying everything that San Diego has to offer.
So Chris, tell me about this particular, and this is an Epic.
Yep.
That's right. We love the people from Epic. These guys are great.
Yeah, Epic have been big sponsors of San Diego Canoe Kayak Team throughout the years. They actually gave us a surf ski every year for the last 10 years to give to our top junior paddler in the ocean racing series.
And how long? Do you know how long they've been in the kayak world?
Well, Epic was started by Greg Barton, who was a double gold medalist for the United States in the 1988 Olympics in Seoul.
This is the one hopefully you're going to get me
Yeah,
out
this
in,
is your trophy.
and I'm not going to drown.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
That would be so unfortunate.
Everyone drown.
You don't want,
But we won't let you drown.
you don't want that on television.
No, so this is an Epic surf ski. And the difference between a surf ski and a kayak is a kayak you sit inside,
Right.
and a surf ski you sit on top of. So it has a bucket for the seat, and it has right here, up in this area, pedals for the rudder system, and a foot brace that you can push against as well you paddle. Surf skis are designed for racing in the ocean. They're designed for catching big downwind waves, and we try and go out in the windiest, roughest days possible. So I was actually out yesterday in 28-mile-an-hour winds off La Jolla, and just having a blast on a double surf ski with a friend of mine, Shane, and we were going 25 kilometers an hour on the ski on our way. So it's just so much fun. You're flying along, the spray's coming off, dolphin jumps in front of you. It's just such a great sport to be a part of, racing in the ocean on these boats.
Well, let's get in the water and see what we can do with this thing. I'm all set to head out on my Epic. Remind me the size of this one?
We're going to go on an Epic V8 and an Epic V10 Sport today.
Epic V8. So what are some tips with the paddle?
So this is a wing paddle also made by Epic, and the wing paddle actually helps you paddle with correct technique, and actually is way more efficient than a flat paddle. So what you want to do is try and use your body. You don't want to pull with your arms. You want to rotate your body and try and keep your arms fairly straight. So you put the paddle in the water, lock the blade in the water, and then rotate your body to drive the boat past where you put the paddle.
Let's get me in the water and check it out.
Okay, sounds good.
So Chris, that was so much fun. I love this Epic kayak, and you have been such a gracious host. This is such an incredible resource for anybody down here in San Diego.
Yeah, we would love to see if you've got kids that are into water sports or just want to enjoy being out on the water, want to learn boating safety. Bring them down to San Diego Canoe Kayak Team. You can look at our website at www.sdckt.net for San Diego Canoe Kayak Team.net, and come check us out. We're here most Saturday mornings on Fiesta Island at the Youth Aquatic Center, and we'd love to see you, whether you're 8 or whether you're 80.
Here we
Hey,
go.
it looks like you survived, my
I
friend.
survived. I love.
Very good job. I loved it.
Thank you. It's fun, and I was surprised. I didn't know that much about the islands in Mission Bay. You know, we're talking about places to go cool off. I mean, kayaking, lakes, beach, you know, but these areas down in Mission Bay, that's what I love about my job, is I get to discover new things. So, yeah, have you been down to San Diego much?
So I am a graduate of San Diego State. So, of course,
There you
spent quite a bit of time out there. Love San Diego. You know, guys, comment on your favorite beach. Tell us where you guys are at and what you're doing today. Happy Labor Day.
I saw Corona del Mar, and somebody said Laguna, I think, came up.
Right. You know, so one of my favorite is, of course, Coronado.
Sure.
Because Coronado has just got, you talked about islands, right? You go over the bridge there, and what an incredible space and place that is. Of course, man-made, that island out there. And I like it. Coronado's just got big, wide open beaches. They have the sand dunes still there. And of course, you know, the hotel itself and a lot of different things. Such a quaint little city there in Coronado. So one of my favorites. And of course, La Jolla is amazing. You know, I've seen some of your stuff on the bigger seals, but we have seals there also in La Jolla Shores and around. And it's just a great day. 113 degrees. I'm in the Coachella Valley right now, baking. I'm in air conditioning. You can see Pat's outside enjoying himself while I'm in here, literally in air conditioning, drinking coffee. Does that make any sense?
Well, you know, we, you know, talk to me in February when it's cold and rainy here, and I'll be envying you, Craig.
Well, I always try to tell everybody that we have plenty of beaches out here in the Coachella Valley, tons of sand. We're just a little short on the ocean part, a little short on the water part. But, people don't even know we have the largest lake out here, the Salton Sea, literally by land volume, the largest lake in California. And of course, it was a mistake. It was an accident. Colorado River flowed for a few years. And most people think it's Tahoe. But Salton Sea, actually, by land volume, is the largest lake. So we have water here. We have some beaches. Not the same.
Yeah, there's some great footage too. I've seen somebody that's done a documentary on the Salton Sea that it was quite a resort in its day. People would go out there and water ski and do all sorts of stuff. So
hydroplaning, all kinds of things, and in fact, people still kayak out there. You mentioned kayaking. That's a regular activity that still goes on. Some people are brave enough to get in that water, kayak, and utilize it. So always happy about that to see. So, Pat, this is something that you and I are thinking about doing, featuring different things. Best of California and today's California.com couldn't be a better partnership or marriage to show you guys and showcase just this incredible state that we live in and the things that are going on. And I'm so happy that we decided to try to pull this together on Labor Day. We went back and forth, of course, beach, microphones, this and that, but you're looking sharp, man. You're looking great.
Sand in my ears, from the earbuds. And one of the things I want to offer out to your viewers, Craige, is I'm going to come out to the Coachella Valley and we're going to do a show. And, so you and I are going to work on some of the people nominating and voting for some of the best stuff out there in Coachella Valley, because we've covered quite a bit. But we need the local experts like you and your viewers to, tell us where the best. We did a thing on Brandini's Toffee out there in Palm Springs, and I had never been to Brandini's, and so there's just stuff that I need to discover out in your neck of the woods. We tend to be a little LA centric because I live here, and it's easier to shoot nearby, but we need to expand our horizons and Northern California and Central California as well.
And we're broadcasting on today's Canada. Elaine was talking about Vancouver. She just put up there, visited 3 weeks ago. So all along the West Coast, all the way up through Canada, we have an amazing, amazing place out here on the West Coast, of course, all these beaches. So it's so fun. Hey, guys, let us know where you guys like to visit, what beaches are important to you or what you'd like to see. And as far as the best of Coachella Valley, that will be really great. We're going to put sound off. Anybody that has an interest, of course, in us coming out and looking at their facilities and looking at their products and services, let us know. Very easy to reach us at CoachellaValley.com, todayscalifornia.com, Best of California. We're certainly accessible, and we would like to review your particular spot and place.
Well, and you should also mention, you mentioned the fact that we're a TV show. We are on Palm Springs CW5 out there.
Sunday at 12:30, CW Palm Springs, right out here. You can see the Best of California show with Pattison. And what is coming up next? What is your show coming up next? Do you know on Sunday?
Yeah. So what do we have on out there? I believe it is. Oh, I should know this. You put me on the spot.
I did.
I think it might be famous film locations.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
CW on Sunday, Palm Springs, 12:30 p.m. here in our area. So
I'm a former Disney executive, so I worked at Disneyland at the studios, and I love Hollywood history. So we will often go out and find different places. And one of the most interesting ones we came across, I don't know if some of your viewers know this story, is up in Central California, the Guadalupe Dunes is a place where Cecil B. DeMille shot the original silent Ten Commandments. And when he got done shooting the show, the film, he had $1 million set that's in $1910, $1915, and they just buried it. They just took the set and buried it. And Sphinx heads keep coming up out of
Sphinx heads.
I mean, real, collectible props. So there's a little tiny Guadalupe Dunes nature center in Guadalupe itself where you can see some of these artifacts, and they're unbelievable. And if you've never been to the Guadalupe Dunes, which is a beach, it's on the coast, you can see what all of our coasts used to look like from Mexico up north of Santa Barbara. It was all sand dunes, and we've developed it. We've changed the ecology, but this is what it used to look like. Kind of like Pismo is with the dunes. But beautiful spot to go visit, and I love these Hollywood stories.
113 degrees out here, Pat. Thanks very much. I really appreciate that. I could go up on the top of San Jacinto to the peak, about 35 degrees cooler. Of course, we do that here. We go up in the mountains and escape. But I'm just going to have to live vicariously through you there in Seal Beach.
I'm trying to look at what our temperature is here, and I can't find my thing on my app. That'll teach me.
Yeah, what is it? Beautiful? Is that the weather? Is that the weather forecast?
Probably low 80s, mid 80s, somewhere.
Yeah, that's rough. People have been saying it's been warm on the beach, but when you're in the temperature that we're here, anything really in the 80s just sounds wonderful to me. But that's the way it's going to be. Right. Hey, I just want to wish you guys a happy Labor Day, of course, honoring the American worker. We've all put our time in, and I love America. America is very productive and doing lots of great things. And California, of course, is one of our loves together that we share. And we're looking forward to being able to bring more things to you guys, whether you're watching this now live or later as we're rebroadcasting. Please use the comments to let us know what you love in beaches, or maybe what you'd like us to see or cover. If you are in the Coachella Valley area, if you want to be featured as a Best of California or Best of Coachella Valley segment, reach out to me or Pat, and we'll be more than happy to give you more information. So
we have a Facebook page, Craig. There's a YouTube channel, The Best of California with Pat Pattison. I do the Instagram and all that good stuff. You mentioned the United States. I'm just going to jump in. I'm doing an episode about my own Scottish grandfather. We're doing a roots trip to Scotland, and we're going to try to show how this guy came over from Elgin, Scotland, which is up in the Highlands, to Los Angeles, and was one of the red car conductors. So he was a conductor on the red car that used to go all over LA. If you've ever seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit, you know the story of the red cars. But that's
look at that last name, Campbell. That's a bit Scottish.
There you go.
We're the largest clan there is.
Is that right? Wow.
That's true. Yeah, Campbells are the largest, and I have a theory on that, Pat.
Yeah.
Campbell. I don't know why it's Campbell, but if you notice, it's actually Campbell. So I assume that we were responsible for the food. We were the ones that were doing dinner, ringing the bell. So, of course, the Campbells survived.
Don't kill the cook.
We're controlling the food. Makes a lot of sense. So
that's funny. Well, I'll look for your tartan.
Yeah, right. I think you'll find that we're probably the first cooks, first chefs.
My middle name is Davie, Davie. So we're part of the Davidson clan. So
John Campbell came over. I believe he actually created one of the first newspapers. Media goes all the way back to me, 1700s, there in Boston, by John Campbell. I guess it's another show.
Let's do it. I love it.
Well, I think our time has probably come to an end. We thank everybody for tuning in and staying with us. We've gotten a lot of love, and this has been a lot of fun. We'll show you more beaches next time, more activities and more things right here. Stay tuned. Today's California.com. And, of course, Best of California with Pat Pattison.
Watch us
31 syndicated channels. 41 million households are watching you, Pat. And what a privilege to be able to have you here today.
So nice of you to have me. And I'm looking forward to a good partnership coming out to Coachella Valley and finding the best of out there.
Great. Okay, man, I'll talk to you next time. See you guys.